So you're at the point now where you're like, I want to improve my stream. Where should I invest my money? You're now getting bits and donations and want to use that to improve your stream. Where do you spend it? Great question. Like where your mind's at. Let's talk more about it. So you have your money and you have your affiliate. Congratulations if you've recently got it. Feels great, right? All that hard work paid off. And you're wondering what to invest in next to create a better viewer experience, to try and gain more viewers and retain them. That's exactly what you want to be doing. As after all, it should be for them, right? The viewer experience, and you are just pulling them all together and facilitating that. These are my personal opinions on what I believe you should look at spending your spare cash or income from Twitch on, and then work through to grow your stream further. This is all off the basis of my experience and my own opinions and my background. So do what you want to do with this, but this is what I found has worked and does work. So see what we got. If you find this guide helps you, please hit it up with a like and make sure you subscribe, as I'm trying to actually create these videos every 2 weeks now. That's going to be the new thing. I'll also pop up, not that side, this side, the playlist that I put a lot of these stream tips onto. So feel free to check out the extra videos that are there. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one if you make it through this one. Making 2-week videos is actually one of my goals this year, and it seems to be going quite well. So if you ever see me not create one, give me a poke and I'll explain why. Okay, so number 1, my first piece of advice is don't spend your first dollar, pound, euro that you make on Twitch on yourself. By that, I mean don't buy a new graphics card. I know probably how much you're itching to get a 3000 GPU, 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090 if you want to blow all your money. You have to ask yourself, is that gonna make the stream better as a viewer? Like, it might make your games look better for you, but is the viewer gonna notice that? Probably not. But if it's struggling, I mean, you could justify it that way. You have to ask yourself, is it gonna make the stream better? And that's for you to decide. I haven't watched your stream. You have to be critical. Like I said in my other video, critical works. Is your stream lacking in other areas where you could actually invest that money to improve it on it? Which is what I will lay out later in the video as to which areas you should look at in terms of priority, and we'll work through them. I'll give you some advice on those bits and we can take it from there. So by don't spend your first dollar, what I mean by that is you have to make sure you invest that back in. If you want to make this better, if you want it to grow, invest your money back into your Twitch business. View it as a business. We'll keep it easy. We'll say £100. If you invest that £100 back into the Twitch as a business, you have the potential then to grow that to £200 next time you get your payout, because you're getting that investment back in. You're retaining those viewers that you've done. You're developing the stream further. You're making the videos better. Just reinvest it. If you go and spend it on a graphics card, that's it. That money's gone. That's not coming back. Invest in the stream for the viewer experience. Elon Musk didn't get to where he is today by just spending on whatever he wanted to do. I mean, I'm not going to say you're going to become Elon Musk, right? But you have to invest your money in things that will improve your stream. And eventually, further down the line, when you're making a lot more money, buy the graphics card then. Treat yourself, because you've got to make sure you do, but just don't do it yet. If you're going into streaming for the fun of it, I get where you're coming from. Buy that graphics card. Do what you want to do with it. Treat it as a business and reinvest that back in. That's the honest truth. Just be smart with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. Just bear that in mind. Okay, so these tips going forward then, I'm basing it on that you've got a PC built already that is capable of streaming, so I'm not going to tell you to buy webcams and things like that, as I'm going to presume you've already got one. It's capable of streaming and you're making the money that way. So if you improve your stream, make things better, and you can work through the list in terms of priority when you're increasing the quality of your own, and then yeah, hopefully you should see some growth. Okay, so the first thing you want to upgrade, the most important thing is sound. Without good sound, you'll feel less immersed. If I wasn't using this webcam here, you would hear something totally different. If I switch over to the webcam mic now, I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. People notice bad audio. As you can see from here with me talking, and it isn't as clear. I know it's picking up the fans because I've tested this in the past. Something in your brain just goes, yeah, something isn't quite right here. Good audio makes your stream seem a lot more professional and stand out from the crowd. You can see that this is less engaging and not as enjoyable to listen to, but when I switch back over to my Elgato Wave 3, you can see that the audio is completely different and it's a lot more engaging. This is the first thing you should look towards upgrading, is getting a USB mic at least. Now I've put a review for the Elgato one just up here. It's kind of long. This is the Elgato 3, but Elgato Wave 1 will be fine. This is one I recommend because of the sub mixes. Feel free to check that out. It is a long one, but it's definitely got some good content in there. So check it out if you want. Just check out a few reviews of microphones that you're interested in and just see which one's right for you. I did quite a bit of extensive research when I was looking into different USB mics. This was the one that I found out would be best. Got the Wave 3 just because I wanted to see if you really needed it. Definitely the way to go for cost and features is the Wave 1. Okay, so the second thing you should look at upgrading is the webcam. If you're filming off something that's like a potato, you need to get it looking better. Now you can do this of one of two ways. Either upgrade the webcam to a better one like this Razer Kaio that I'm using, which has the built-in ring light. I'll again put a link for up the top here for the review that I did. Definitely recommend it. I'm going to change over to probably the Razer Pro soon, or by upgrading the lighting. But we'll talk about that in the next point. Now, I know, a lot of you out there are going to go blah, blah, blah. This person doesn't use a webcam and they've got thousands of people watching. I've said this so many times before, that's an exception to the rule. You gotta make sure you've got a webcam to get people to engage in you, to get people to engage, to get people to connect with you as a human. It's a much better relationship if your viewers actually know what you look like and they can actually then relate to you. So yeah, for cost, I fully recommend the Razer Kaio. We're not gonna stay too long on this section just because webcam's webcam. Get a good one at least. Next thing I'd look at upgrading is the lighting. Whether that'll be the room lighting or the lighting for the actual face. That's why the Kaio is so great, because it's got the built-in ring light, and with room lighting behind me here, it separates me quite well. For instance, if I turn this off and you see what the difference is, now it's not as engaging. I'm now kind of melted into the background. I mean, it does produce a bit of a dramatic effect because I've got the script here as such. Make sure you script them. And that's lighting up the face on my side. It gives a cool little effect, but it's not as connecting, and you've got all the saturation on the microphone here. You need to have lighting for a good quality picture. So let's put this back on. So sitting in the dark room with nothing behind you, if you're not using a green screen, just doesn't scream quality. You need to make sure you decorate the room. Now, I'm not saying go out there and buy a nano leaf or something like that. Just buy something that brightens the room, makes it look more special. This LED floodlight that I'm using here was from Amazon. I'll put a link for it down below, but it was only about £15 and it's transformed this room. Hang on, let me show you. This is what it looks like actually without it. Not as engaging, right? Not as good. So get some lighting, get some cheap LED strips or something. I'll put the links down below for this one, and improve the lighting in your room. Lights are important, okay? Okay, the next thing I'd look into investing your money in is some branding. So you got to start thinking about branding now. If you've reached affiliate or you're getting close, think about branding. This is something that you can then put on merchandise. Just rep yourself so people then know, yeah, that's Bass Gaming over there. I know that logo. You got to think about branding. You can hop on Fiverr and have a little look there. There's lots of artists there that can help you with that. Or alternatively, if you hop into my Discord, which the link is down below, I've actually got a great guy in there called Emil. He did a lot of the design work for this current logo that we're using. So feel free to drop him a line and say Spas sent you. He'll give you some good discount, I'm sure. You can do overlays, you can do webcam surrounds, you can do webcam masks, you can do pretty much anything that you want in Photoshop. He's kind of my Photoshop king currently. So drop him a line if you want some work. I'm sure he'll sort you out. He's a great person to talk to, great guy. Also streams too. Maybe you can check his channel out sometime. With the branding, just make sure you don't use it as your profile picture though, because you need to have your profile picture on Twitch as your face, because people need to recognize you as a person. That's what the profile picture is for. Now, if you go and set up a YouTube like we've got here, feel free to use your logo. Sticking with the branding, if you are an affiliate now, make sure you get some cool sub badges and emotes. Now, they're necessarily not needed as such because the people that support you at this level are actually there just to support you, and they probably aren't too concerned about the badges and things you've got, but you want to make sure you give something back to them. So you want to invest in that. Again, check out Fiverr, speak to Emil. He'll sort you out with them. When people subscribe, they are then entering a member of an exclusive club, your club. You've got to make sure you give them something special to represent on your own channel to encourage more people to want to join that club. It just makes them feel even more special because they are supporting you, but you gotta say thanks. The standard sub badges just don't do that. Spend some time in the stream, create those badges, make it special. Okay, number 4. The next thing you need to ask yourself is, how professional does my stream actually look? If you compare your stream to someone else's who you do like, who you follow as well, and someone who is already kind of there, how does yours compare to it? Does their stream look better? Can you incorporate some of the things that they've got on their stream to your own to improve it? Decorate your room more. Make it more personal. Purchase some figurines or posters and just make the room more personal to yourself. This needs to be a reflection of your personality if you're decorating the room in terms of the actual stream area, because you'll notice that people who have the webcams, they've decorated all around them. This isn't going to be a space I'm always going to be in, but I've spent the time to try and decorate it to be a reflection of my personality. The studio's coming along, guys. We'll be in there soon enough. It just makes it more inviting that way. But above all, always remember to be critical of yourself. Watch your streams back, see what you can do to improve them. You have to be your biggest critic and identify areas of improvement. Just take my advice. Don't go spending lots of money on overlays, because everyone's moving to minimalistic overlays now. You don't need anything fancy. I mean, you can spend some money on some transitions and stuff. Everyone now is kind of going to cut down overlays rather than anything that's busy. I want to change my current one, which you'll see here in front of me chatting away and just chatting. And I'll be changing to something minimalistic soon, hopefully, if I can get around to it. That's something I've identified that I need to improve on. I'm not happy with that, and that's exactly what I'm going to change. And that's what you have to do too. If your stream does look better than another streamer's and they've got more viewers than you have, it's probably just that you haven't been discovered yet. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Streaming takes time to grow. You don't normally blow up overnight. You gotta bear with it. It does take time. You're not the only one. So that actually leads me on to my next piece of advice. Once you've looked at your stream, once you've updated everything, once you've upgraded all the above that I've just mentioned, then you need to start looking at how to get your name out there to try and increase your growth rate. If that's what you want to do, you need to move to a more searchable platform. You need to create some additional content that people can find and actually follow you that way. You want to create a YouTube channel. You want to use one of the platforms that you're good with, that you understand. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if you're a TikToker. Is that a thing? TikToker? Is that right? If you are using YouTube, make sure you've got some good thumbnails in there, because it's all about the click-through rate as well as time viewer retention. If you haven't got a good thumbnail, no one's going to click on it. You might have excellent content, but a thumbnail is so important. Commission an artist from Fiverr or speak to someone who can do it for you. You can even try Emil again if you wanted to. You probably wouldn't have clicked on this video if the thumbnail was trash. So they're important, guys. Super important. Super important. So to summarize, create some goals, get an upgrade path, write it down in a little spreadsheet from the list above, tick them off as you go through, only upgrade things that the viewers will notice and see. Maybe even hire an editor eventually. And then once your stream has grown that big, treat yourself to the RTX card, because you've got to reward yourself. You've got to make sure you give yourself a pat on the back for doing that, but just be smart about your money. I hope the RTX cards are back in stock by then, to be fair. Looks like they won't be with the rate that they're going currently. Keep doing steady progress on your stream, improving things as you go. Improve it every single day. Notice things that can be changed. Criticize yourself, make it better, and you will see those numbers going up. When people come in, you get discovered, people will stay because they can see you've invested your time in it. So if you have any further questions, leave these in the comments below, or hop on to my Discord, or speak to me live on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Let's talk streaming stuff. More than happy to discuss it. If you don't have Twitch and just want to join Discord, if you're a YouTube streamer, feel free. That's also in the link down below. I'm always lurking about. Come in, say hi. I'm more than happy to help you that way too. Also say hi to the community. They're great people as well. So I hope this has helped you out. If it has, please hit it up with a like. Make sure you subscribe for the next video that will be soon. Have some fantastic streams and some dope gaming sessions. And I'll speak to you all next time. Oh no! Damn it! No! 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 Damn it! Oh, go! I'm alive. Let's run for it. Same place. I did, didn't I? It's because I was.